have been big losers so far since the election. Have they been sufficiently punished, given we've gotten another pretty clear signal from President-elect Trump today that he is going to replace and repeal Obamacare in some form?
I still think the sell-off is not overdone. I wouldn't be stepping in here. But the appointment of Tom Price, it's pretty clear with his critical views on Obamacare that repeal is pretty much in place. The shape of replace is still unclear, but some broad strokes are beginning to emerge. I think they'll see EBITDA loss from both bad debt, because more uninsured will come to the emergency rooms, and some volume loss as well. So I wouldn't be stepping into the acute care hospital names here.
Len, I know you like United Health. In fact, you do too.
I do.
Yesterday, they guided higher for 2017. And the stock is up sharply as a result right now, but we still don't know what form the reformed ACA is going to take. So are they winners no matter what happens in the insurance industry going forward, in health insurance?
I think they'll do well if we do get an improved economy under Trump's plans for expansion of jobs, because more people have insurance. But more importantly, under what we've seen from Dr. Price, at least so far, a couple of the points he's raised look quite beneficial for the insurers, and United's not very expensive. And the points I would highlight, one would be getting rid of the age premium limitation rates that are set where an older person can only be charged typically 3 times what a younger person pays for insurance. If they get rid of that band and allow it to widen, then there'll be greater profitability for the insurers. And giving people more choice through tax credits could also drive more business to insurers like United Healthcare. So I think there's very little downside from here for those companies, and with some sort of modification to the Affordable Care Act, I think the upside could continue for some time.
Anna, what's your base case for what types of changes to the Affordable Care Act we get, ranging from just modest tweaks all the way to, voucherizing Medicare or whatever Paul Ryan might want?
Well, I think for the first thing they will do is they'll defund Obamacare. There are taxes, the Cadillac tax. There's been taxes on the pharmaceutical industry, the device tax, the insurer tax. All of that will go away. In terms of what is used to replace that, I think it will be more decentralized expansion through Medicaid at the state level. The appointment of Tom Price and then the CMS administrator today, Seema Varma, would suggest that the broad strokes approach might be that of Healthy Indiana, with some funding from the Affordable Care Act. So I don't think they'll roll it back all the way. But there will be a lot of clawbacks in the benefits. The subsidies from the federal government will be reduced quite substantially, and I think the numbers of the insured from coverage expansion will come in as well.
Len, are the biotech, the drug makers, in the clear here when it comes to a crackdown on higher prices for drugs?
I think that they're no longer vulnerable to what would have been the most significant and only negative, which would have been had Medicare been allowed to negotiate pricing directly with the drug companies rather than the way it's set up now, where it's done through the insurers or the PBMs. The drug companies, whether they're traditional companies or the biopharma stocks, have done not well this year because of concerns like you were talking about before with Hillary Clinton's comments. And I think now that they're out of the way, we've got a sector that's poised to grow at a very rapid rate based on disease prevalence, not based on exorbitant price hikes, and are valued very, very conservatively. The ones I highlight are Merck and Celgene, which I think just have incredible pipelines, very good valuations, and I think the street has just totally left this sector as they've looked at other areas that might benefit from Trump business expansion. The day Trump was announced as being elected, they did have a favorable reaction, but after that, they sort of have been put out to the back, and I think that they're going to do awesomely well.